Welcome to the Laws of Fashion. I'm your host, Andrea Sommerfield, with my co-host, Blanca Greenstein. I am with a special guest today, Maria Miliotis. And she is here today to tell you about her experience working the limelight, doing hair and makeup for many types of people, including famous clientele. Maria, when did you know you wanted to be a professional makeup artist and hairstylist?
Hi there. First of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I've always known that I wanted to do something in the creative field. I've always been a very creative child, and I was a little girl that during slumber parties would be doing hair and makeup on all the other girls. And I was also the teenager that used to get in trouble for doing makeup on my girlfriends. And in the 80s, it was a great time to experiment with makeup. So that was the beginning of my fascination. Back then, I think I'm going to take this off because of the glare so you all can see me a little better.
No problem.
It's not as distracting. During that time in the 80s and the 90s, magazines were a very big to-do. Mm-hmm. And I also got into doing some modeling and had a job in the department stores. Mm-hmm. And that's really how it all started until I realized, you know what, I can really make a career out of this. I had some different opportunities and different doors that opened up to me, and then one led into the other over the years. And I just as those doors opened, I stepped into them until it became what it is today.
And so how did you feel when you got to do the most famous person that you were going to do?
Well, I will tell you, it was a gradual process. So having left a little town in Virginia and moving to Miami was a big step. Okay, so that within itself was like, wow, this is so different. This is so foreign. And then working with agency like Ford Modeling Agency and all of that, and working with many celebrities and in the world of fashion. So you kind of, I guess, how you sort of build up a tolerance for things. So it wasn't, by the time I really had my own client that was famous, I had been prepared for that for many years.
So can you disclose that person?
Being in that world, working as an assistant, working in fashion shows behind the scenes. So it wasn't like, oh, one day I'm, I don't want to say a nobody, but a nobody in the business. And then all of a sudden I'm putting.
You're an everybody. Yeah.
So I earned my way to that and felt confident, comfortable. But even still, 30 years later, whenever you have a client, their energy can either put you at ease or make you feel uneasy. Mm-hmm. And it could be, especially when there's like a major event and a very important event. So I feel the temperature of the client. And I know whether they're a politician or it's a bride or it's someone in theater or concert, that's not the time to chit chat. It's nice if you had a rapport, you know them before that big day, which we typically do when you get to that level. You already know who you're working with because they don't want to have any surprises on a major day like that. You have your test tries with them beforehand. But when you get there, it's also your job to kind of calm their nerves, if that makes sense. So it's really not about me being, in awe of anyone. It's just I'm there to do my job, and they're just a person like anybody else, and they have nerves, and they have their own insecurities.
Right.
They really do.
Right.
And it's interesting to find that out, you know. In
And
my
so,
position, people talk to you and they
mhm.
reveal
Yeah.
insecurities about how they look and how they feel. Oh.
Yeah, and then you decided to train others to assist you and have an actual team on board. And
Well, I really had to, because as I worked as a solo artist, I got this great idea to
mm,
start my own company. Back then, there were not really any agencies, hair and makeup agencies specifically for brides and for weddings. It
right,
was really the modeling agencies that I'd work with in Miami, like Ford and Elite, and for magazines. But the way that I got that idea was I was asked to do hair and makeup for a bridal fashion show.
wow,
And right. And there were nobody had a booth. I think I take it back. I think the people that had booths were like Mary Kay or Avon or something
right,
like that, but they weren't like companies like what you have today and how you can book people through websites and social media and all of that. So everyone, or many of the brides saw and they thought, well, we love the gowns, but we love the hair and makeup. And who did this?
right,
So I thought, you know what? Instead of just running around solo, I've been doing this for several years. Why not get a team of other artists? I don't want to say everyone I've trained because that's not true. Many of them are up to par where I'm at. They may not be
hmm
as entrepreneurial or care to be entrepreneurial. They just want to
hmm
go and do their work. And we all have our specialties in different ways. But I
right,
have the connections. And I've always been all for working together because it's lucrative for everyone when you do so. And I just took it upon myself back then to just have, back then you have to, this was even before websites, is really when they would just fill out their information and I would call them and tell them that they can have their hair and makeup done
yes,
uh, as a consultation for their wedding day. And
right,
that's how my business started in special events with the
wow,
team. Because
Eh,
you can't take care of 10 people having their hair and makeup done in a wedding party by yourself,
right,
right?
right. And where do you do your business now?
Well, my business is in South Florida and
hmm
in New York.
hmm
And really, I will work. It started in South Florida, but so many of my clients were in New York. And I lived in New York for the last several years. I have a team in both places.
Very nice.
Since all of this with this virus happening, I've also been in Virginia as well. And it's been opening up there with some of the events. So I've been able to work there. But my business is really, I have contractors in a variety of states from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, all of South Florida, from Vero Beach all the way down to the Keys. And people that want to book me personally,
Right,
I mean, not under these circumstances, obviously, because we can't really travel as much as we'd like.
right,
But I traveled to many different places, to Italy, to Greece, to the Bahamas.
yes,
I could go on and on.
very,
California,
very neat.
I'm always up for a trip.
That's great. And
I enjoy what I do. So it's not like some people when they had to go on a business trip, they drag their feet. You know?
right, right. And I understand that you do visual consultations for people now.
Yes. So, you know, when doors close, other doors open.
Yes.
And when all of our events closed down for 2020, at first, of course, it was devastating for all of us in the industry. But I had so many people come out to me and
Mm-hmm.
tell me, Maria, can you help us with the Zoom meetings? Help us with hair, with makeup. Since I have degrees in cosmetology and
Yes.
aesthetics, skincare,
Yes.
for many years, I have a 30-year career. So
Wow.
there is a wealth of knowledge that I have, and most people do not have an opportunity in the past under those circumstances to have one-on-one time with me.
Right.
And now that everyone's at home, my clients and my friends
Yeah.
also have the time, and
Yes.
I have more of the time to be able to do a Zoom with them one-on-one. I represent organic hair products and skincare products, so I can go through their issues and their problems and answer their questions and make recommendations. And many times we do the makeup. I have them do the makeup right there with me. And if I think that there's something that they need, I show it to them and recommend it. And it's much better than just watching a YouTube channel, because we all have different concerns and our facial features are like a thumbprint. You know, everybody's different. And
Right. And so now, with high definition TV has gone viral, and that's a totally different makeup that you do for people. And of course, Zoom calls. I mean, a lot of times I personally can't get the lighting correct. And I either look too dark or way too light, usually way too light. Fortunately, tonight we have a great camera, and I think it's a good lighting. But
I think
normally
you look lovely.
I fight with that. I really do.
Right. Well, red's your color, by the way.
Okay. I know. I know that.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, so people have a variety of questions, and I really work closely with entrepreneurial women, especially so, because I help them with also creative direction. When it comes to photography, videography on a professional level, sure, with the Zoom conference calls, with even a date night, even whatever that may be, their meetings and all of that, or knowing how to apply their makeup, but on a different scale also. Like, I'm here in New York currently. I'm in a hotel room, and I have daylight out here, so I'm facing the daylight. I got lucky. I didn't need to pull out all my equipment. But I'm here because we have an image branding client, and what we're doing is we're making sure that she has a specific theme with her hair, her makeup, her outfit, her company that she's representing, the creative direction, the editing, the graphics. It's just, I'm bringing all that in together for her. Yes. At one place, and renting the area. So she just comes in, and we just treat her like the star she is.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So how soon are you going to come back to South Florida?
Well, hopefully I will be there in the winter. That's what my plans are, unless they, don't allow me to come in. I really miss being there, and I plan on coming. Definitely, I would love to spend the winter there. And I have many people that want to have appointments and events and schedule photo shoots and things like that. And there's no place I'd rather be in the U.S. than in South Florida in the winter. And I have so many wonderful people that I know there. I started my business there. So it's been very good to me. My young adult life for 20 years, and the start of my business was in Florida. So fingers crossed.
Yes.
I can fly out there.
Yes. Well, if you ever need a little go-to person, I would love to assist you in any way I can in the future on a photo shoot. You have someone that can't make it or something happens, you can always call me.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure interviewing you today. I know. And it was just a pleasure interviewing you today. And I want to thank you so much for bringing forward just a wonderful, wonderful interview. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a great pleasure. And thank you, everyone that watched everything here today. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned a little something. And I am available. Just, I'm not too busy to answer questions, or if you want to reach out to me and send me a message, it would be my pleasure to reach out to any of you.
And so they'd go to faceworksinternational.com.
But they can go to Faceworks, or where is this being shown? On Facebook?
Yes.
My company on Facebook is Faceworks International.
Mm-hmm.
So you can contact me there. You can, I imagine you're going to put my contact information on there as well.
Yes.
My Instagram is Faceworks by Maria, and my website is also Faceworks by Maria. I have two. I have Faceworks by Maria and Faceworks International, but I'm changing my website.
Yeah.
So it might take you from one to the other. This
Okay.
was a good time to really make some changes, right? And
Yes.
add some things that I've been working on.
Yes, yes.
I have a program that I'm working on, by the way, that can be purchased. It's a 12-step program in doing image branding. And that's something that will be featured on my website. But listen, if anyone wants to get a hold of me, they can find a way through the laws of life as well. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
And through the laws of fashion, I will definitely.
And the laws of fashion, of course.
Yes, yes. So thank you today. And I always close with from my closet to yours. You know, lawsoffashion.com is my website. And, you know, I'm excited to share new fashions every week at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Mondays. So look forward to it. Thank you, Maria.
I will. I can't wait until you dress me. When I come down to Florida, what I want to do is be in a gorgeous gown.
I have the right place and the right person, and I can direct you there and help you with no problem.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.